The man on the radio returns to the story about them. He does not know how he knew what he just said, or why he would tell it to you. He is innocent and kind. But anyway, this is a story about them, and so you do not care about anyone but them. They and their supervisor are listening with interest to what just happened on the radio. The man who is not tall has taken notes. "I'll look into that," he says. "It is exactly as we suspected," he does not say. He did not suspect any of that. "Someone has to be to blame," the supervisor says again, gesturing this time directly at the blindfolded man. "I understand completely," says the man who is not tall. "Me too," says the man who is not short, although he does not understand. He usually does not. His partner understands for him, and it all works out okay. As they leave the warehouse and the supervisor and the piles of wooden crates, the voice on the radio says something about the weather.
Drop it down to the bottom. Butterfly flow, flicker, soar to the top. Kill for the thrill, cut it, stick it where you got 'em. Circle rolling under, running red to the stop. Where's your mother? Fall down dead. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. I wish you were here, I wish you'd make my bed. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, sister, bring your head and push it down below. Catch yourself a look and let it go, go, go. Wanna have your baby, but I'm so, so slow. But don't you worry, honey, 'cause I can't say no. But where's your mother? Fall down dead. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. I wish you were here, I wish you'd make my bed. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. Ooh. 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 Take a breath, my heart, and hold your tongue. It's just a cog in the ear of all my love. Take a breath, my heart, and hold your tongue. It's just a cog in the ear of all my love. Of all Where's your mother? Fall down dead. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. I wish you were here, I wish you'd make my bed. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. But where's your mother? Fall down dead. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. I wish you were here, I wish you'd make my bed. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. But where's your mother? Fall down dead. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head. wish you were here, I wish you'd make my bed. Dirty mind, dirty mouth, pretty little head.
By the time they leave the warehouse, it is night. Or maybe the sun has just set early. The sunrise that morning had been particularly loud and strenuous. "You know," says the man who is not short, looking down at his crossword, "I worry every time that I'm not going to finish these when I start them. The future where I have finished seems so distant from the present where I have started." "I wouldn't worry about that," says the man who is not tall. "But you would. I know. I know you would worry about so many things. I do worry about that. About you worrying." "Do you think everything will turn out all right?" says the man who is not short. "I mean everything," he says to clarify. "Absolutely everything," he says as further clarification. "Yes," says the other, "I do." He does not. "I do," he says again. He does not. He glares at the radio. They drive past the moonlight all night, a glass box of bad food and good people. They pass Teddy Williams' Desert Flower Bowling Alley and Arcade Fun Complex, badly damaged by the war, but still running its weekly bowling league. They pass by City Hall, which is covered in a yellow tarp, stamped with an orange triangle. Moving farther out, with absolute purpose, they pass by the used car lot, alive with the wolves that populate all car lots at night, and old woman Josie's house, silent and empty for months now. Then, the town is behind them, and they are in the scrublands and the sand wastes. They stop the car and get out. Pebbles crunch in the sand in response to their movement. The radio murmurs behind the closed doors of the car. The headlights illuminate only a few stray plants and the wide, dumb eyes of some nocturnal animal. The two men don't look back at Night Vale. They look forward at the darkness that stretches out as far as anyone here can imagine. Most anyone here tries to imagine as little as possible. There is no need to imagine here. "Well, get him out," says the man who is not tall, and the man who is not short opens the rear door of the car and guides the blindfolded man out. The blindfolded man stumbles a little, but not much, and there isn't anything specific he stumbles on. He stumbles like a stage direction, like the next in a bulleted list of items. "Put him over there," the man who is not tall says unnecessarily. "We all know the drill. We all know how this and everything else ends." The blindfolded man walks 15 feet or so in the direction of the darkness, so that the men and the car are between him and the distant dome of light that is Night Vale. He walks to a certain point in the cool sand and then stops, partly because the man who is not short guided him there, but mostly because he has taken himself there, as we all eventually take ourselves to that point where we will not be able to take ourselves any farther. The man who is not tall, still by the car, pulls out a knife. It is not stained, does not look used, but he speaks its brutal history in his posture, in the way he holds it. The blindfolded man breathes normally, his shoulders loose, his covered face slightly down. His feet sink a little in the sand. Behind him, in practical terms as far away as anything has ever been, is the town he is from. The man who is not short, standing next to the blindfolded man, looks up at the sky. The man who is not tall walks up to join them with the knife. "What is that?" says the man who is not short, pointing at the sky. "What is what?" says the man who is not tall from just behind him. "That planet up there," says the man who is not short. "It's so dark and so close. It's looming. It's so close. I wonder if I could..." He reaches up. The man who is not tall makes a gesture with the hand that holds the knife. The man who is not short is no longer reaching up. He is no longer standing up. In many ways, he no longer exists at all. "Someone has to be to blame," says the man who is not tall. Or no, he sighs this. Or no, he thinks it out loud, but it comes out more thought than speech. He looks up at a night sky that is absolutely clear of anything but void and stars and the occasional meteor and mysterious lights moving at impossible speeds, and the faint glimmer of spy satellites looking back down from the nothing to the something. "I'm sorry," he says, although not to anyone that still exists and can hear him. He just says it, leaves some undirected words in the hot night air, and then returns to the car. He may be crying. I know if he is or not, but I am choosing not to tell you, because this is private information and you have no real need to know it. The blindfolded man removes his blindfold and looks down at the man who once was not short and now is not anything at all. He, the man who can see, is also not short. He follows the man who is not tall to the car. The man, not short, not blindfolded, gets in the passenger seat. "Always an unpleasant business," he says. He does not comment further. He does not need to. "Looking forward to working with you," says the man who is not tall. "The same to you," says the man who is not short. "Ah, the same as well to you." This has been a story about them. The radio moves on. News, traffic, political opinions, and corrections to political opinions. But somewhere in the desert there is one person who does not move on. This was also a story about him. Stay tuned next for as long as you can, until you cannot stay tuned anymore. Good night, Night Vale. Good night.